Hello, everybody. What's going on? Princess Mononoke? Close. I don't know. I might as well just make it a Princess Mononoke thing. It's close. I like teetering on the edge. We'll see. Where's the music from? YouTube. Just traditional Japanese music. I'm trying to find music that won't like get me in trouble for copyright, so seems to fit what I'm painting, so yeah. How are you all doing today? Link in Discord? Sure. I can do that real quick. There you go. It's in the Discord. Nothing special. Just like the first thing I found on YouTube. Jeepster, Syard, how are you guys doing? Thank you for jumping in. You guys get an A for attendance. Always there, always early. I like it. It's whatever you want it to be. I don't know, it's something I sketched a while back, and I thought since like the last long image I worked on was kind of like this, it made me re-interested in this composition in a way that I kind of haven't been for a while. So it's just I just brought it back up and thought, why not work on this one? Yeah, because I wasn't sure what I was going to work on tonight. But I kind of like it because it's something I've already sort of started, so it'll be easy for me to just jump back in and kind of figure out what I want to do with it. Yeah, I'm not sure what I want to do with it exactly. Yeah, this one's more interesting. Yeah, there's possibility for story already in here. The other one was kind of just a character piece, you know, just like a character in a stage, like not a whole lot of story other than the character itself and the setting. This at least will have some interaction between you know, different characters. So at least it's got that going for it. I want to bring in another element, like a third element, or I guess fourth element, some like ancient ruins or something. But I don't want it. I don't want them to dwarf, or I don't want them to tower over the main character. It's maybe something to balance the composition, but not take over it, which it's kind of doing the way I have it blocked out right now. So, and thinking about the character, and I always go through this. I like making these images where the character's small in the environment, and then I realized my habit is to make the character larger as I'm painting on it. So I think this time I'll just cut to the chase and just make the character bigger, and try to organize. These layers are a little messy right now. I should probably lock them up so I don't mess with them. So I'm just gonna make the character a little bit bigger, and just get right into that. I don't know. There's something about compositions where it's very widescreen, and the character is a strong like focal point, and like because I had the character much smaller, and I don't know. I should probably, before I do anything, I'll just copy merge real quick, just so we can all see sort of where it began. See if we made any progress today. Devil Dina, hello. How are you? Gravestones and Road Guardian things? I don't know. I'm looking at some reference and I saw them in there and I was like, yep, I'll have some of that. They're maybe gravestones, yeah. This could be once an old ancient graveyard that's been, you know, the levee broke and it got filled with water, and now it's like marshland. And the graves, the spirits from the graves kind of came out of the water and are greeting the main characters here. It could be a story like that. Possibly. We'll have to see. I just want to block things in quickly. And I don't know, just get it somewhere. We'll before I start rendering. Everything I've been doing has been super duper saturated, and I think maybe this one I'll try to keep it to a little bit more of a realistic lighting structure and not go overly saturated with it. Adam Harris, hello. She looks like she's going to die. Yeah, that's kind of the story, is she's mortally wounded. And then, you know, is about to die. And then here's the... Damn, we're always going dark. Always going dark. But hey, you know... That's an easy way to elicit emotion. Is going dark. It's a new thing for me. I didn't really like the animal in the other image, so I think I might change it into, I don't know, something more deer-like. Not a giant dog or a wolf. So I want to think about the light and how it's going to interact with the main character. So if I go overall light, then I should put a dark shape behind her. So, is that all one layer? Really? Oh boy. Mistakes have been made. Let's see here. I haven't looked at this file in a while, so things are a little unorganized. We'll do it the cheap way. You guys let me know if the music's too loud or if the levels just sound just right. Or if my voice is too quiet or too loud, just let me know. No, she's not killing herself, so it's not suicide. Or is she? No. We're not gonna go there. Not today. Pat H, thanks for coming by. The audio is perfect this week. Good. Does she get revived? I don't know. It's up to the gods, I guess. Or it's like she's gonna be stepping into the afterlife, maybe. I'll just flatten all this. I'll just go for it. Yep, that's what I'm thinking I might try, is there's going to be some light from above, but most of the light from the little glowy spirits. I think that's a better way to do it, and just treat them as sort of the main light source. I'm not sure. What I don't want is singing, though. Let's get past the singing. Sorry. When I'm doing artwork, I don't like singing. It bothers me. It's distracting. So in that case, a lot of this is going to be overall pretty dark. Put some reflections in there. I still want it to read as water. Maybe they're sitting on top of the gravestones. Now, did the chat cut out, or are you guys just being quiet? Because last week, towards the end, I didn't see the chat for 20 minutes. I thought y'all just left. And I was like, alright, well, see ya. I was like, everyone's gone. And then I looked later and noticed that something was just wrong with my chat window that I was looking at. It wasn't refreshing. But it was totally doing it on the video. So on the recording, you'll see people talking to me, and I'll be like, what? Is anyone there? Hello? And then that's it. So it's just because I couldn't see anybody talking. It was really weird. Really weird. Maybe some of them are flying too. I don't know. Maybe that's too much. Always good to go a little overboard and then bring it back. You guys are like, oh, I'm there, and probably in the video recording, if anyone watches it, they'll be like, is he stupid? They're talking to him. Is he just like messing with everyone? I'm like, no, I literally couldn't see anything. But I know now to just refresh the stream, or refresh my chat window, and that should do the trick. Well, the thing is, it's all over water here, so that might... that's going to be a lot of reflections. Maybe I'll add a little bit more land back here. Just to get a better balance. So if I'm going to do that and lighting's coming from below, I should make her a little bigger. I'm such an environment painter, like I always want to make the character so small. Like a scale figure, like the typical concept arty scale figure. Oops, that's just the way I am, I guess. Can't decide if I want to try cute, like your wife's work, or like illustrative, like what you're doing now. You know, both have their sets of challenges. That's for sure. I did ask how you approach complicated architecture earlier. I think Emperor just answered your question there. Yeah, like literally breaking things down into simple geometric forms. You know, it depends what you're trying to do with your architecture. If you're trying to do a fully realized image with all that detail, you kind of have to know what you're going for in the image. Sometimes you do like a landscape, and let's say there's a beautiful sunset and there's all this architecture. Maybe you don't want to focus on all the little details of the architecture. Maybe you just imply some of them. Instead, focus more on the sunset, right? Or if it's if you're trying to be an architect, then you're going to draw at every individual window. I would say do yourself a favor and simplify it down. If it's buildings off into the distance in a vista, you know, then it's see if you can paint complicated buildings in two or three colors, 2 or 3 values. Simplifying it down. Focusing on the aspect that you're more interested in, and the aspect that is more a part of your story. I think that's a good start. I've got to go a little darker with this. I'm sorry guys, I'm like focusing, so it's I'm probably going to miss some of your comments and questions, but just keep copy pasting them. Don't spam, but just like you might have to ask it again. I might have missed it. You know, I try to answer you guys' questions, but like a lot of other art streams that I've seen, People, a lot of artists don't even really answer questions, just very rarely. And I try my best to answer all the questions, but I'm gonna miss them from time to time. I'm making important decisions here. That's why I'm like kind of focusing in on it right now. Because I'm changing the lighting scheme a little bit. And yeah, that's just gonna take some brain effort. I like these super vertical trees. Hello. Alright, this tree's gotta be on its own layer for now. It's getting in the way. Well, I don't know if I want to keep it. I do like that it's a diagonal element kind of breaking all of the vertical elements. But can never be too obvious with your compositional elements, I guess. Let's put a thicker tree in here. Oh, something like Spirited Away. Yeah. I don't know. I'm like, that's like my thing right now, is I'm doing all this sort of theme image. Another girl with the Miyazaki-ish inspired background with on some sort of animal. Just kind of the thing I'm hung up on right now. Is this like Ori when he gets revived from the tree? I don't know if she's gonna get revived. Maybe not. You think I do a good job of replying? Yeah, I mean, this chat is not that hard to keep up with. It's not super active, but, you know. I guess that's why a lot of other art streams are, because they're just more popular and there's a lot of chit-chat. It's hard to keep up. But I think, like, the interaction is kind of half of it, right? I don't even have to be making the best image. Like last week was like a train wreck image, but the interaction was good. I think that's always the best part. I like the idle chit chat. I like it when it becomes like my therapy session. I gotta darken some stuff up. I think a darker tree behind her works much better. Yeah, let's go for that. Some tall ass trees here. I need to find a way to bring the focus, to bring my focal point onto the character. Just kind of adding layers all willy-nilly. Oops. And I tend to do that at this phase of the painting when I'm like still planning a little bit. When I think of something, I just add a layer, I add a layer, add a layer. I don't get rid of anything, I don't flatten down. I just kind of keep like putting stuff there, just throwing it on top, laying it on top, and then until I'm like, okay, this is roughly what I want, and then I'll start to think a bit more about organization. The interaction makes it seem like I'm not alone. Yeah, totally. Well, I got my wife next to me, but we don't chit chat while we're doing art. It's business time. We're serious. Getting shit done. Yeah, it's ironic because at work I'm really bad at. It's very hard for me, and I'm really bad at talking and working. There's people that I work with that are masters at that, and I can't do it. It's either one or the other. So, yeah. This is practice for me. When you look at a reference on Street View, do you go street by street, or is there a better way? I like the Totoro reference. I think there's. Oh, from Argentina. Hello, Andre. The Street View, I actually use MapCrunch. It's a website, just mapcrunch.com, and it's a random Street View thing. It's pretty cool. I start there, it gives me a random view, and I just I'll just keep looking at the random drops until it's something interesting, or I just pick the first thing I see. Sometimes when I'm in there and it's like it's a cool area, but I want to look around a little bit, sometimes I'll look around in that area before I move on. But yeah, MapCrunch. And thank you for joining. Yeah, that's awesome. I think if you had a lot of reflected light up in her, yep, that's gonna happen. You gotta be patient, Admiral, you gotta be patient. I don't jump into lighting. Something you'll notice, because I think people have said that kind of stuff before. Hey, here's about the lighting on the thing. I wait. It's like that, it's like the dessert. You know, I first want to build a good foundation before I go for the dessert, before I go for the fun stuff. I want to make sure I have a composition to build that nice lighting on. It's coming, don't worry. Wasn't there, you guys were doing another art challenge, another art topic? Wasn't it something my mystical something creature? So technically I'm doing the art challenge that nobody else did. I looked in Discord. Unless you guys just didn't post it, or this different category for it, but I didn't see it. Magical Companion, but nobody did it. Shame on you all. That's on a separate layer. No big deal. Now, what to do with this giant tree thing over here? It's a question. Could do carvings on a tree. There's a possibility of that. This could be like a, it's this chunk here. Maybe it's like a big temple thingy. Sunken temple. Yeah, I don't know. We could keep it simple and just keep going with the tree theme. I did have it like it's like a mangrove sort of roots. Suppose we can keep going with that. Now, I just wonder if there's enough water for it to read as water. Everything's getting covered up. Just some questions I'm asking myself. My mystical pony. That's right. Let's get rid of the floaty spirits for now. So basically, I'm making the image as boring as possible early on, and I'm not doing the fun light stuff right now. Just wanted to read. I just don't know about this. This is kind of how I'm thinking about cropping it. I'm not sure if I'll stick with that, but instead of actually cropping the image, I just make these black bars and just give myself a little bit of room. Oh boy, look at that. Let's close that gap. Yeah, I think if I add too many other elements, like a temple or something back here, I think it just kind of muddles the narrative. I already have enough elements in this painting. I don't need to add more. Okay, there's a decision. I made a decision. I think the hardest part for doing an illustration was why I'm not a very good illustrator. I'm a better concept artist. Is just that I have a hard time, especially when it's my own work, I have a hard time making decisions. I think that's why that one painting, the long painting I was doing, just took me forever, because I just kept changing my mind about it so many times. Where if I just made like a decision and moved with it, I probably would have got it done like many hours earlier. But I like to like entertain every idea and just try it and move in a direction and then change course until I get sick of it, and then I just stop painting on it. It's a bad thing. Or I don't know, maybe I end up with a better image because I went through that. I guess there's an argument for that, but I don't know, honestly. Boy, I really do need some worms in here. Well, that didn't work. You're talking about my temple, sunken temple thing in the back. I gave it a good college try. That's all you can really do. If I'm given too many options, I just have a hard time making a decision. All right. I've got soft gradient on this layer. It's driving me nuts. And I don't want to get to the character until I've got the environment right. So let's start the process of adding in the lighting on her just very loosely, so I can kind of judge it based on the environment and the other things around and just see how it's balancing the image, and maybe that'll inform how I'll crop it. I'm probably not going to waffle back and forth on it and change my idea and change my mind so many times. What we get through today is what I'm going to finish this painting. You know, how I'm going to finish this painting. I'm going to make all the decisions today. And then I'll just go ahead and finish it. Not making the same mistake as last time. That was a fun experiment, but never again. I got a list of images I want to work on and finish up, so. I could show you guys that list. I made a list of, like, just through the months I've made several thumbnails and compositions and black and white studies and images that I started and stopped, and thumbnails. Like, this is one of them. And I just went through them all and put them in a list, like the best ones. I had a ton, but I just kind of collated a list of the best that I think could turn out to be successful images. And they're on a list right now, and I'm going down the list because I'm like, I never finish paintings. I should do that more. I'm just in thumbnail mode all the time. And I guess because that's my favorite part, is doing the thumbnails. Personally, you like to see the whole sunken temple thing, but the thing is like, thematically, if your image has so many different narratives in the same image, like if you're saying everything, you're saying nothing, basically. Your image has no integrity. So I think the character and the spirits and all that is like, it's enough. The story is about that. If there was a sunken temple in there, then it's about the sunken temple. Then that's what the image is about, and that narrative would take over. If that makes sense. So if like your image is about everything, then it's about nothing. Jamal, you are more than welcome to do that image. I'm not, but you are welcome to do it. And you know what? Sometimes I get that where I try something in an image. It doesn't work for that image, but it gives me an idea for another one. And then maybe on the side I'll sketch another composition. And then I think that's where this one came about, because when I was doing the last image with the girl on the animal, I thought of this and sketched this out. I'm sure watching Princess Mononoke had nothing to do with it at all. Absolutely nothing. Ugh, I hate layers. I'm just gonna like flatten everything. I'm so sick of layers. Okay. This stupid layer here. What to do with this? I keep my layers separate for as long as I possibly can. And there's going to be some point, probably not too far from now, where I just start flattening everything. Because I don't want to mess with these layers. This lighting on the tree is a little intense. I'm going to bring it down a bit. You have another idea for a challenge? Well, it seemed like whoever won the challenge got to pick the next topic. But the challenge is dead already. It's dead. That's like every topic challenge thing I've ever started with my friends, or like people at work. They don't last long. They never last long. That's the irony of this all. It's just... Well, it's not ironic at this point. I've seen it happen so many times. But you come in with so much like energy, and you're all like, yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. And like a week later, just fizzled out. Maybe some rocks mixed in here. Hi Jeremy, you're currently at High Moon Studios? That is correct. I'm currently at High Moon Studios. Every day of my life. No, I'm just kidding. It's great. It's good. Good stuff. We're not going to do another week. That's entirely up to you guys. If you guys want to do the art challenge thing. Maybe just nobody had any good ideas about the magical companion thing. So, that's probably what it was. Yeah, you guys should have extended another week. It's a good idea. Give you guys another week to do that. Oh, there was some high moon glasses, sunglasses. They're cheap. I got those. Those are not very good sunglasses. And they're probably wearing this shirt too, right? Activision. Yes, I'm a corporate chill. I wear their t-shirts. Well, if I'm wearing their t-shirts, usually means it's laundry day. When do you want a new color? Huh? What order do you pick? Hue, saturation, value. Oh, when I want a new color, I don't know if I have like an order in that sense. I do think of those each individually, but I don't have an order that I follow. If you know what I mean. So I just don't really like, I don't really think of it like that. The sunglasses feel rough like sandpaper. Yeah, we got Call of Duty, when Call of Duty launched, we got Call of Duty glasses, and those are the worst sunglasses ever. And it said Call of Duty on like on the side, and I hated that. But it was so cheap, like you could just with your nail just scratch off the Call of Duty thing. It's like so cheap. I think they're the same sunglasses too. But hey, it's swag, right? It's free. Kind of bouncing around. Pretty soon I'm going to start flattening things down. Thinking about how it all reads together. Still wondering about this. Is my character a dark shape over a light shape, or a light shape over a dark shape? Right now it's like a 50 gray background and like a 70 gray, dark gray character. I don't know. Decisions. I think a little bit of moonlight up above won't hurt. Kind of helps pop the silhouette out. But I don't want it to be too intense, because it's really about the spirits and the lights from them. And of course, like, the anatomy and the proportions of the character and the animal are way off, but that's something I'll get to. Just figuring out some more basic shit first. The music, yes, there's a link on the Discord. Thank you very much. We'll get it there. We'll make it look good. I don't know. Probably not. I have a lot of confidence in myself. I don't want the light shapes of the spirits behind to get in the way of the rim lighting and the lighting from underneath. Not only do I have to do an animal, but an animal that's underlit. Ugh. I guess that's fine. I'm gonna keep it somewhat painterly. Why can't I just do a simple thing? Well, if the question is, what do you think is more important, hue, saturation, value? I would say value is most important, 100%. But when I pick a color and I'm just like color picking, I don't have an order. I think of all of those things individually, and yeah, I agree that value is paramount. It's most important. Maybe she should have like an arrow through her knee. Or just through her stomach or something. Really brutal. Like mortally wounded. Like you're not coming out from this alive. That's what we had before. I don't know, guys. I think I like this lighting better than what we had before. The spirit throwback pinned her to the animal. That it's like she's literally pinned to the animal now. I don't know. I think the lighting's better. I don't know what you guys think. All right. We got one vote for yeah. Well, if you said it wasn't, then you're just wrong. Just wrong. Now we gotta like find some. I want to make the palette a little bit more dynamic, a little bit more interesting. Not rendering yet, not noodling things in. I just want to inject some color. But the lighting is pretty monochromatic. I suppose the light from the sky would be a little warmer by comparison to the spirits being all cool, blue, mystical light. I gotta have a warm and cool contrast. Even if that means my warm is like a desaturated cool color, like a blue, or something closer to white. So we can try that. Don't want my lights in the background to distract, so that's the tricky bit. Blood is salient and readable, that's true. I think the red, you know, if I go for blood, well, yeah, it's overall dark, so I need a light on dark. So if the animal was a little lighter. And the poor guy's got an arrow through his neck. Something like that. That's a possibly maybe. Yeah. Let's try a warmer green. See how that works. You know, sometimes it's just a matter of putting the color down, looking at it, and then getting rid of it or shifting it. It's not a race, you know, just maybe I don't want any lighter values there. Maybe that's what I want. Because I don't want it to distract. But it could hit it right here. Just a little bit. Some dappled lighting. I have a tendency to put stuff behind my focal point that distracts, so I don't want to do that though. Yeah, I don't know that we need any of that. Just keep it simple. Yes, the fallen tree will be green, but since it's laying down, it will receive a little bit more light than the vertical trees, the standing trees. So I think it will get like a very cool light, almost like a white light, or not a very cool light, but a very white light. Warmer than the spirits, but still cool nonetheless. What time is it here? It's 10:20 p.m. I'm on the Pacific coast, so you like the new lighting, but it would add some fog in the water behind the animal. Yes. Fog is a good thing to do to kind of help pop out the silhouette of the character and stuff like that. That's certainly something I'll do. But I wanted to read without all that extra stuff. It's a nice trick. It's like clouds. Clouds to kind of help the composition. Fog is another thing that helps. But I don't want it to be a crutch this early on. I want it to work with as little effort as possible. A lot of effort to make it look like very little effort. That's what I want. Nathan King, do you have any advice on getting better in compositions? I think a good place to start is looking at some old master works. like, if you look at like a sergeant painting, and keeping in mind that sergeant was sitting in front of a model where he could see every strand of hair in the model. He could see everything. The background is sharp, the character is sharp, everything is in focus. But yet, when you see his painting, he lets a lot of stuff go. The head and hands are really nicely painted and very structurally sound and detailed, but then the background is loosely painted, or the dress is really loosely painted, and you have to kind of not focus so much on the detailed bits, but also where in the composition the artist decides to let things go. I think that's just as important. So, looking at Masterworks is a good place to start. Looking at film stills is really good, because directors and directors of photography are very good at setting up shots to tell a story. You could also get a book from Marcus Mateo called Framed Ink. I highly recommend Framed Ink to everyone. But for me to talk about composition tonight is going to take forever. But I think those are good places to start. You know, balance is a big part of it. Always flip your composition. Flipping your image kind of gives you another look at it. You can start to see maybe some things that aren't quite balanced in the composition. I used to do the same thing, but with traditional painting. I used to just grab a mirror and hold a mirror up to my painting or drawing or whatever I'm doing. It's a good place, or it's a good way to check your composition and check your proportions. From doing that, I learned I have a very very strong slant when I'm drawing. I was never not a very good draftsman. I'm a little sloppy. That's why I paint. Alright, let's fix the lighting on this chunk of land. And yeah, the feedback stream, I did talk a little bit about that, yeah. I wouldn't take I don't know. There are many ways to think about composition. There are a lot of artists that have different opinions on it, and I'm just one of those. You should never take, if you're looking at another artist explain something, you should never take their process and what they say as like gospel, you know. It's, you know, especially me, including me. Because like in all things in art, it's like there are no absolutes. Alright, I think I should organize these little background spirits just a bit more. I wonder how many should I put in there? Should I put like a shitload. Like they're all back in there. Am I going to detail the foreground ones? Yeah, definitely. I think they, that's what you do. You detail some of the foreground ones, some key ones, and then the rest of them can be a little painterly and they'll still read as that same thing, just through relative scale and size and stuff. You think there are too many in the middle. Of course you do. That's probably true. But like I said, I like to overdo it and then bring it back. Well, what's important in composition is having balance, and right now, especially if I detail some of these foreground spirits, this side of the painting is going to be quite heavy. Way better? I hope so. There was a comical amount of arrows in there before. It's like, I don't know if you guys ever played Tenchu. Back on the PlayStation 1. There was these built-in cheats that you could use where you could shoot. It was like a ninja game, stealth ninja game, Stealth Assassins. And you could shoot like arrows like a machine gun. And you could just shoot like hundreds of arrows in one guy, and they're all like, ah, and there's blood shooting out everywhere. Mm-hmm. The blood looks better flipped? Interesting. One of these days you should do a stream analyzing masterworks. I mean, I'm sure it's like might be informative for you guys, but I don't know. Doesn't sound fun for me. It's like I'm teaching a class. The stream's supposed to be about me. What I want to do. I want to have fun. I don't want to do a prepared lecture. Not getting paid to do that. Make it a gum road then? Yeah, I don't know. Would anyone really care about that? I know you would, Jeepster, but you're just cool like that. I don't know if anyone else would care. I did do that when I was teaching with CGMA. I think there was some times when I would bring up some masterworks and use it as part of the discussion. Yeah, you can rewatch your videos. Yeah. Oh, you're talking about Lord of the Rings when the elephants are like shot up with hundreds of arrows. Yeah. Alright. What if we brought this in a little bit? Shit, I don't know about that. I know what I could do. It's a brave decision. Something about the arrangement of this doesn't feel right. So, you know what? Not that layer. I'm gonna try this. This is why you don't start rendering and getting into details. Because you just never know. I just feel like there needs to be some more room to breathe on the left side. And she's a little bit pushed to the middle. Let's see how that is. Is the stream off? No, it should be going. There's maybe comment delay, yeah. What if you flip the foreground hill? Well, I'm not gonna do that. I think I like that. I'm just gonna add a little bit more space. Just fake it. Well, we need the foreground hill there so she has somewhere to stand. And compositionally, it's not a problem. I think it works pretty good. Builds in some diagonals. It's good. I think this works better. I don't know. That needs to be darker for sure. So I don't want to go too dark too fast. I just want to slowly build things up. Let me collapse all this foreground junk. Is that it? That can't be all. Yeah, maybe it is. Jeremy Fensky, too dark, too fast. Yeah, that's what we don't want. You go too dark, too fast, you're gonna crash. That's a rhyme. Maybe no spirits there. I think I want a little bit of a compositional shape design made from the spirits. I want them to have like baby butts. I don't know why. I think that'd be funny. I want to be kind of like derpy and cute, but like kind of creepy. So should they have like, they should just be like creatures, but they've got strangely like human baby butts. I did kind of just throw these guys in the foreground without much thought when I put them in there. So now I'm going to think about it. I do want some in the foreground that are very clear and visible. Now whether they're here or over here, I don't know. Maybe. Maybe there's a guy like right here. I say go for it. I don't know what... I think I moved past whatever that was. That was probably the rearranging the composition. I didn't think that was too aggressive. I mean, that's just part of it. That's where we were when I started. It's kind of where I am right now. Let's go for the baby butts. I love that. Yeah, it's just like baby bum. It's not round enough. That's pretty much all they are, just butt cheeks. And then they could have like really big heads. Thick. Yeah, like, I don't know, something like that. They're like cartoony, but they have like photorealistic baby butts. It looks really gross. I'm also painting it really gross. I made Lynn laugh. I didn't know you were watching. But I want to give him like big adult size head, like adult heads. And they're all like kind of chubby adult heads. Almost like an Oompa Loompa if they were naked and they were blue and glowy. Little people, I don't know. Something like that. Did I creep you guys out? Mine tends to be lost. Oh, hey. Do you have any tips for maintaining values in a painting? Oh, you're asking big questions, sir. Let me see if I can think of like a one-sentence response. How about try using a hard brush, a solid hard brush. Brush like this with no transfer on it, just solid. See if you can create a composition just only using what layer am I? Okay, I'm on my own layer. See if you can make a like a box like that and create a composition just using like a set number of values, like 5 values or 4 values. Right? You know, make a little environment out of that. I think that's a good place to start. And then when you go to add detail, you stay within this family and you don't leave this family. So this big shape, its whole value range is pretty much this. And then if you paint the sky, its whole value range stays within this family. If you paint shadows in the clouds, it only goes that dark. And neither the twain shall meet. This light value never ends up anywhere on this dark shape, and this dark value and this dark shape never ends up anywhere over there. Let's see if you can do that. Desaturation layer. You know what? Just for you. Pretty modest levels right now. yeah, it's pretty... I didn't really go too bright or too dark yet, so... we'll get there. The color is informing a lot of the composition. Give that butt a diaper. I like the little hand tool, it's like a little grabby. Alright, so I'm starting to notice some things that should be fixed or adjusted. Yeah, having flipped it and kind of looking at the grayscale. Yeah, I don't want these elements to be bigger than her, though. I don't know about this foreground, dude. I think it's better without. Anga, hello, how are you? Lol, actually, the layer actually helped. The desatch. This is perhaps true. What if I put one way foreground? Pat H. Desaturating it like that, compared to a solid black layer set to color, desaturating can change the values slightly, making it seem darker. It can give you a false read. It's true. Yeah, I mean, it's not perfect. There are slight differences. It's not bad. It's whatever. You know, I guess if you really wanted to do it, duplicate, and then go to image mode, grayscale. Well, whatever, we'll flatten. Yeah. What? So I guess maybe that's the truest one, and then we can compare between the two. Yeah, there's a bit of a difference. You can look here. I'll actually just bring up the navigator. You guys can see between the two documents. See how it's different? Like, this is the grayscale file, and this is just adding an adjustment layer, desaturating. See the difference? Slight difference. But for what I'm doing, I don't care. It's close enough. I get what I want out of it, so I don't sweat it. Hashtag blur for baby butt. What? Gaussian blur, foreground baby. Yes, that is sort of what I'm thinking. If I do some foreground forest spirits, you know, it'd be like, and they'd be all kind of blurred out. Aw, if you're dying, that's terrible for a last sight. I think it would be cute. Maybe if they were all corgis, that would be adorable. Or they're like koala bears. Hundreds of koala bear spirits. There should be some like really, really tiny ones, and then some like normal sized ones. So they don't, like, proportionally they don't change. They're still babies, little baby butts, but they're just really small and then they just get really big. I think that would be funny. All right. I forgot what I was thinking. What I was gonna change. Oh, I remember. I think I wanted to try that. You erase the feed, I think it helped. I wanted a very simpler shape to the spirit. I don't know. Jur. Hello. Hey, I'm Jur. Music link in Discord. I mean, the music may have changed by now. How long have we been going? Has it been an hour? Oh, it's been a couple hours. Yeah, I probably changed something else. I think the first mix was only an hour long. And here we're coming on 2 hours, so... I don't know what this is. It's cool though, whatever it is. Oh, thinking. Thoughts. I like this deeper green. Sounds like a video game soundtrack. I don't know, guys. I think the environment is okay, dare I say. I think it's not there, it's not done. I just don't have any other bright ideas right now. So I might just move on to the character. See what a little bit of fog does to separate the different planes here. I feel like I need to work on something else to kind of get my mind off this. Do you do any traditional painting? Yes. Gouache, watercolor, mostly. If I sketch in my sketchbook, I like drawing with like brush pens and felt tip pens. Don't mess with pencils much anymore. Whoop whoop. You're on break at work. See ya, Sean Paints. Idea. Bugs, flies tend to fly around swamps. Yeah. That's true. You're not wrong about that. I'm not sure I want to add any more bigger elements, but yeah, maybe a smaller element like that wouldn't be a bad idea. I don't know. We'll see. I think the gimmick of the spirits is kind of what it's about. So I'm gonna make sure that stays the focus. Solar Sketch, thank you. You know what? I'm glad you're here, watching. So thank you for joining in. Yeah, I'm kind of at a point where I'm bouncing around and just picking at it here and there and just seeing if anything kind of sticks out to me. Because otherwise, I might start working on the character here. I do this kind of bouncing around thing a lot. It's probably a bad habit, but I'm just at the point of the painting where I'm not sure about certain things. Maybe some twiggier kind of branches coming off these trees, so it's not just the thick tree trunk. You know, I definitely want the verticality to be the main sort of design of the trees. Mononoke reference? Perhaps. Perhaps. I made this as a companion composition to the previous long image that I worked on. It had nothing to do with the fact that I just watched Princess Mononoke. I mean, I could just make it that, but yeah, I want to make my own thing out of it. It's close. I'm just hung up on this sort of theme lately. I go through these phases, so bear with me. Yeah. Before I was like in a sci-fi phase, and then before that, like Blade Runner, pretty much. And before that, I was in like a Star Warsy phase. It's always aligned with something I'm a fan of, So this is that aspect of me. For you in Ravel, thank you for the follow. It's always nice to see some activity on Twitch. Yeah, I think these sort of lumpy shapes are pretty cool. I don't want everything to be too straight. Nobody's perfectly straight. You're somewhere on the spectrum. Nature's the same way. Ghibli phase? Yeah. Yeah. Being random on purpose is very hard. Yeah, it's true. Nature got them curves. That's right. I say you got to give that thing some ass a lot at work. If I'm doing feedback on some design work, like, yeah, you got to give that prop some ass. That vehicle, just give it a little bit of shape. It kind of helps separate things right there. The fear is this gets too bright over here. So I'm just gonna darken it just a wee bit to bring the focus back. Same thing with these foreground rows. Now the thing that's just sticking out to me is this damn character. Alright. Let's start getting on that. Proportionally, the creature's not right. Let me look at an elk. What does an elk look like? Or a reindeer, maybe? I like elk. Let's look at elk grazing. They're super muscled and furry. Yeah, they got quite a neck on them. I don't know, this looks like he's gonna get a drink of water. I wonder what an elk looks like when they're sort of at the final moments of their life, when they're really struggling. Maybe the head is up, facing forward. Maybe the head is really far down. Maybe not that much. Knees bent, a little weak. Let's see. Elk limping. I don't know if there's any shots of this. I don't know. It's hard because, like, even if they're limping, it's still in a still frame. They just look like they're standing there, just walking. It doesn't look like, you can't tell that they're wounded. I guess, like, if the leg is hurt, they're not going to put a lot of weight on one leg, so it's going to be bent up a little bit. It's like what dogs do. So that could be a back leg, maybe. Sendon Claiborne. Hey, I always wanted to join one of these. I always miss them. I just happened to be up. Well, thanks for coming in. Welcome, welcome. I always like having people here live. I think that's great. It's a weird time, unless you live on the West Coast or another country. Are you watching on your phone while you're at work? Or you have a computer at work? Oh, hey. want some red wine. Yeah, the limping is tough. This music is reminding me of something. I should just play that. I had the Never-Ending Story soundtrack, or the pop song to the movie, stuck in my head all week. Turns out, Never-Ending Story, still a good movie. I haven't watched it since I was really little and I was showing my wife because she had never seen it. And I haven't seen it in a long time. Yeah, it's still pretty good. Do you still do stuff on Sundays? And am I missing them somehow? No, just Wednesday night. That's it. That's it. What I wanted from her pose was kind of looking down. Hey, I'm glad you caught the one and only feedback stream so far. I will do more, but I can't do them that often. Think of any tips. Storytelling and writing. Well, I can't give you any tips on writing. I don't really do that. I don't write stuff. Storytelling to me is all visual. So I do instead of the writing, I make the art and make the art tell the story. Do I have any tips on that? Oh boy. Again, it's like, let me think of a one-sentence response. Specifically on storytelling. I would say, kind of like all things, you know, keep it really simple. Keep a very simple story, and then build complexity, sort of naturally on top of that. Don't go in at the beginning and have crazy complex ideas. Start with a real simple story, and then build complexity on top of that. Like there's multiple, it's like the wedding cake of story. there's like the main three things, or there's like the main piece that's the base of the cake, and then as the layers go up they become smaller and less important, or less I don't know, impactful. So it's like you got the main story, and then some other aspects of the story aren't taking up as much attention. I don't know if that makes any damn sense at all, but yeah. Alright, get back to work. See you later. I think when we have these lofty ideas, it's like when you're doing a painting or an illustration. You have all the details in mind, and you go right for the details, and then something happens. You're working on a painting, and then all of a sudden you're really, really frustrated. You know, things just aren't working out. Too many things to juggle at once, and then you give up, or you stop because it's too much. Instead, we should keep it really simple. Answer the simple, obvious questions first. It's like when you're doing a puzzle, you find the corner pieces, the end pieces first. I think when you're doing any big endeavor, that's a good little rule of thumb. Like, don't do what I'm doing now, which is painting every little freaking strand of hair, because I'm not thinking about the painting, I'm talking. And when it comes to figures, I really need my brain. I need to ask you guys questions, so I can just ask a question and then sit here silently. Revenous Hydra. Thanks for the question, and thank you for coming by. I guess whether it's storytelling or just getting better at art, that's still a good tip. I think it's the same. There's a lot of really great resources out there today that make it easier to learn. If you want to learn, I would take advantage of that. And then it's really just about the hours that you put into it. There's no one thing I can say right now that would just, like, you know, do A plus B and get C result. It doesn't really exist. I wish it did, but it doesn't. Sometimes I wish it did. But no, it's just you gotta work for it. Yep, it's getting late. When it gets late, I start rambling or forgetting what I was doing. Could you model something from a painting of mine? Yeah, totally. I want to see it. I've had people ask me before in the past, and it's been fun to see my little doodles turn into something realized. The wasteland mech? Yeah. Totally, man. Sounds cool. Knock yourself out. I don't know that I cut out. I'm still green here. Might have to refresh. Am I still live with somebody? Well, we're nearing the end anyways. Let's see. Yeah, this fiddling around with the anatomy is the whole thing. It's gonna take some time. I think I want her like holding her stomach. You are so impatient, Admiral. You gotta wait. That's what a work in progress is. Things don't happen right away. Regrets, yeah, regrets are real. Shouldn't have fought that guy. Got a little too ambitious. I might have to carry this one on to next week. What if I kept painting this next week? Would that turn people off? Or would you guys want to see the continuing adventures of Forest Spirit Baby Butts and About to Die Women on Elk Back? Gizzard. Yep, it's Shadow Colossus time. So you guys okay if I work on this next week, or should I do something else? I was also thinking about just doing just some sketching, black and white, like practicing drawing hands or drawing the figure or value studies or portraits or just sketching stuff. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure like how much I'm gonna like reuse the character, but because some things I want to change. Like, she doesn't have the white hair, but maybe it exists in the same world. Yeah, that drawing of the character I gotta work out. It's gonna take time. Maybe I'll get that like this weekend. Offline, I'll work out the anatomy and the pose, sort of the drawing. And then come back. And do the fun bits. Same characters from the last project. It's like a companion piece, I guess. I don't know if I'm going to commit and say that it's the same character, but there's similarities. you send me your ArtStation for feedback? You can send, but I can't promise that I'll get around to actually giving feedback. I actually have a feedback stream that I do from time to time. Well, that I did once, that I'll do again. But yeah, you're welcome to send, for sure. Never hurts to send. Alright, I think I'm nearing the end of my attention span here. Alright. I'm tired, guys. Probably gonna call it here. Yeah, the character needs a lot of work. A lot of things need some work, but I accomplished my goal for today, for tonight, which was just to make some decisions about the environment. I did that, and make some decisions about the palette and the lighting and the major elements of the image. I think it's a success on all fronts there, but not to get into the nitty-gritty just yet. Let me add just a little splash of Doge. A little bit of Doge. On that character. You know, for painting reasons, I don't like to go into the dodge and really hit highlights just yet. Well, I'm still working things out, but I can do it on a separate layer. Just give myself a glimpse of what it should look like. You can send, yeah, you can send it to my email. Yeah. 3 a.m. in the East Coast. Oh man, that's way past my bedtime over there. Thanks for staying up. Oh, I like this song. Yeah, you guys should do the art challenge. Hell yeah, you should do the art challenge. Get up in that Discord. Can someone post a Discord link on Twitch? If anyone's there that can do that. The one in the description isn't working. Is that true? I'll try to update the link. If someone posts a link, well, I don't know if anybody's on. see here. How do I I don't know how to share on Discord. I don't know what I'm doing on this thing. Invite people. There we go. Copy. Yep. There you go. I think that one should work, right? Thanks, it works now. Okay, cool. Glad to hear. I only jumped in there for a minute just to say ketchup or mustard. Or no, ketchup or mayo, please discuss. Just because of the Splatoon Splatfest. That's it. And the correct answer is mayo, because ketchup is gross. Actually, I don't really like either that much. I just really don't like ketchup. Hummus? That's not an option. You can't just go and change the parameters of the poll. A little bit of Doge on those. Pop them out. Yeah, man, alright. This is, this could go somewhere. Mayo is unhealthy. Well, ketchup is too. It's all salt. I'd recommend not eating too much of either. Eggs and lard. I'm all about the eggs and lard. Let's doge up some of the spirits. Just kind of doing this just to give myself a little preview on how things might look. You do whatever you got to do to keep yourself excited. Of course, when I start painting this again, I'm gonna hide all these layers, but gotta get that to look like water. Should I make a king spirit? That's a good idea. I know you said that like as a joke, but I was considering like whatever I do, it's just gonna end up creepy. It's got a big belly. Should have a little, you know, like a little, just, there we go. That's pretty good, yeah. I can get on board with that. No, I don't know. I've come up with something better. Jay, I am on, but I'm about to leave. I'll leave you with this nightmare. And that. Oh my. Okay. That's it. Get rid of that. Bah. I don't know, this might be a thing. I mean, I'm not gonna obviously make it all creepy. I'll make it kind of nice. A little creepy, but not like super creepy. I kind of like this. Ah. Unhealthy stream here? Uh-oh. You've been using the brushes. Awesome, Jay. Thanks. Hopefully you're enjoying it. Yeah. I just feel like something needs to be on that side of the painting over there. Whatever that may be. But then if I put something there, like the elk is going to have to be looking up at it or something. I don't know. I'll figure it out for next week. Let's see. Where were we before? Okay. I'd say there's some progress. Yeah, well, I'll do another update next week. Maybe. We'll see. I change my mind a lot about what I'm going to do on the stream. Okay, guys. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see you all next week. Get on the Discord, do the challenge, the topic, so I can show them off on the stream. Alright, guys. See ya.